Israel's not so happy over these posters on the London Underground trains, which were put up by pro-Palestinian activists. They're meant to look like real advertisements, actually. They accuse Israel of apartheid and criticize Western media of turning a blind eye to violence against the Palestinians. Leaders in Jerusalem and Jewish organizations in the UK are not too happy. They've condemned the posters, obviously, and rightfully so. Just to give you an idea of the seriousness here, how serious Israelis are taking this, I have a quote from Yair Lapid, who's the former finance minister of Israel. He's set to visit the UK very soon, and Netanyahu actually asked him to bring this up when he's there. He said that London residents had, quote, entered the underground and found a series of anti-Semitic, anti-Israel signs, calling us an apartheid state, accusing us of torturing children or murder, of terrible things. The state of Israel will not tolerate such things.
Yeah, it's interesting because on the London Tube, it is advertising. There are also things like poetry on the London Tube, but obviously you're not allowed propaganda. And this is vandalism because they are putting these posters up over the top of other advertisements, and people have obviously paid a lot of money for the space in the tube. So it's called fly posting. Incidentally, though, there were 500 of these posters put up before anyone even noticed. But obviously they feel that there's this media silence. They want to highlight the gap. They want to highlight the issues. But really, to do something illegally, it's not the way to do it.
No, very good point. But these activists certainly got what they were looking for, press, right, and attention. And this is what boggles my mind. You know, anti-Israel sentiment, anti-Jew sentiment shouldn't be anything new to the Israelis. They're getting it from all sides all the time. So for them to like blow this out of proportion and get up in arms over some activist posters on the London train, I understand that it's offensive. Of course it is offensive, and they shouldn't be doing this kind of stuff. That's not the way to get your message across. But at the same time, Netanyahu and a lot of other people who got up in arms about this made it a global issue, made everybody talking about it, which is not what they wanted in the first place. The same way the BBC isn't really talking about this right now, because if you look at the actual poster itself, they made it so that it looks like a BBC advertisement. It looks like a clip from a BBC television news show. So it's like...
It is interesting that it's Netanyahu who's come out and made these challenges. Obviously, I would understand the people who've been duped out of their advertising space. I would understand London Transport being angry. To hear Netanyahu coming out, to your point, that is a little overboard, I would say. Yes, these posters, they look like a very well-done BBC mock-up. They look very official. You'd think it was a snapshot of the BBC page. Obviously, it's just a mock-up. So the BBC could very well come out and challenge this. But the fact is that they're accusing the BBC of being biased. Right. So it would not look good. It would be almost a nightmare if the BBC were to try and take these down.
Which is exactly what I'm applying, that same thought to Netanyahu and him coming out. Look, don't get me wrong. I'm in no way saying that, you know, Netanyahu, as the Prime Minister of Israel, should sit by and let people criticize him and not say anything, right? Especially when it's something like this that's illegal. But I'm just saying, if you don't want people talking about this, right, and if you don't want those posters there, you probably shouldn't share it and make it a global issue all of a sudden and write about it and, you know, and be talking about it and acknowledging it, because now we're talking about it and now everyone's going to know about this because a lot of other people are talking about it too. So I don't know. I do agree with you, though, without a doubt, with everything that you said too, but we're going to have to see. I mean, these posters have been taken down, but that's how it stands. When Yair Lapid comes to visit the UK, he's definitely going to have some harsh words for the people who put those posters up.